Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And if you've not subscribed already but you enjoy the content, then please kindly do so by hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Okay, so today we are looking at the Rick Glazer report, expose, revelation. As he promised, he said he would be releasing the figures as soon as he had them, and he was good to his word, because 50 minutes ago Rick Glazer posted the very, very disappointing, nay, embarrassing pay-per-view buy figures for Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz2, the rematch. Okay, without delay, let's get into it. Oh my. Now we know why PBC and Fox didn't release the Wilder Ortiz rematch PPV number. Wow. Even way lower than I expected. A financial bloodbath for Fox and PBC. Just 138,000 pay-per-view buys. I'll add at this point that Wilder vs. Fury did 320, and even that was considered somewhat paltry. Bear in mind, Deontay Wilder had predicted 2.5 million pay-per-view buys for his fight with Fury. I repeat, Wilder had predicted 2.5 million pay-per-view buys for his fight with Fury. Turned out at 320,000. A disappointment. Mediocre. So, this comes in at just 138,000 pay-per-view buys. Back to Rick Glazer's comment. How bad was that? Crawford v. Khan with zero advertising did more buys. And Fox really advertised Wilder Ortiz heavily. It just goes to show the PPV model is broken unless it's an absolute in-demand fight. And it further goes to demonstrate Deontay Wilder can't draw. The man is just not a draw. What is it gonna take for it to ram it into his head? What's it gonna take for Deontay Wilder to wake up and smell a coffee? You ain't a draw, bro. You ain't a draw. People told you, don't do this. Don't do this to yourself. But you're hard-headed. It's clear. I see it now. You're hard-headed. Anyway, back to the article. If a fighter only draws hardcores, let me stop right there. Hardcore boxing fans aren't admirers of Deontay Wilder's overall skill set. His overall skill set is nothing to write home about as a boxer. As a sniper, yeah, he's up there. As a sniper, he's up there. But as you talk about hardcores. No, I think the hardcores want to see more boxing than Deontay Wilder generally provides. But let me continue. If a fighter only draws hardcores and not the general sporting public, he's not a PPV attraction. It's that simple. It further illustrates what I've been saying for over 2 years. The apps are the present and the future of boxing programming. Period. Or full stop in the UK. This number was way below what I originally predicted. When the fight was first announced, I said 220,000 pay-per-view buys. But by fight week, I saw that it was DOA, dead on arrival, and was estimating 180,000. This is a real quandary for Wilder. The Wilder v Fury rematch scheduled for February the 22nd, even though Wilder v Fury will have real demand. Still a quandary. All your comments are welcome relating to all of the above, writes Rick Glazer. And so I'll go into my own dissection, although I already have. Yeah, you just wouldn't listen, Deontay. You just would not listen. You would not be told. You're what we call hard ears, hard of hearing. The fool ignoreth wisdom, likewise instruction. And you would not listen. You brought this embarrassment on yourself, Deontay. You brought this embarrassment upon yourself. The people see through the gabaggio, the crapola, and the jive talking. Yeah, you're always talking about this, talking about that, but then you end up doing something different. Should have been fighting your legitimate #1 ranked opponent in the form of, where is he? Dillian White. There he is. That's who you should have been fighting. The public can respect that. Look at the Anthony Joshua model. Look at the Anthony Joshua model. Always fighting top ranked opponents. Okay. Luis Ortiz was top 10 ranked. Still is for the time being. But listen to his name. Luis Ortiz. The secret is in the name. Luis Ortiz. Where's that picture? We know the man's 50. Yeah, he's in great shape for a 50-year-old. Great shape for a 50-year-old. But we know the man's 50. Yeah? So rather than fight your legitimate opponent, you opt to go for a rematch with an old man. Old man Ortiz. Old man Ortiz. And you got your just desserts. The public didn't want it. You can't force stuff on the public all the time. Sometimes they'll give you, you can get away with it, but this time no. This time no. And you were warned. You were warned, but you wouldn't be told. Didn't want to listen. And now you've reaped your reward in this totally embarrassing, humiliating figure. I said he would do around 200,000 max. And then when I saw that there was hush, when it should have been a press release to release the figures, I knew that something had gone badly wrong, even poorer than I had expected. 200,000 pay-per-view buys would have been mediocre. So I revised it to in between 100,000 and 200,000. 100,000 would have been absolutely abysmal. You crept up to 138,000. 138,000. Still terrible, terrible, terrible figures. You gotta sell 250,000 pay-per-view before you even start getting bonuses and what have you. So it looks like you're 3 mil. If that goes up at all, it won't be by much. Minimal. Minimal. Tried to tell you, people tried to tell you, people tried to warn you that this was an ill-advised venture. But you wouldn't have it. And now you reap your reward, my friend. You reap your reward. Embarrassing. Utterly embarrassing. What can I say? It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notification. I think I'm bringing you this first. I don't think anybody beat me to this. I think I'm bringing you this first. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's Combat Radio. For sure, follow me on Twitter. Check out the live shows. Monday and Wednesday at 9:55 p.m. UK time. It's Raphael Dawkins bringing you the news of Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz rematch pay-per-view number. And it ain't pretty and it ain't funny. I'm out. Get that smile off your face. That's better.